Halloween is in the air. Hey guys, welcome back to Morris Manor for another reviews from the Crypt. Today's episode is on none other than the 2013, I believe, Jumping Dog prop by Tekky Toys, which was, I believe, a Spirit exclusive when it came out in 2013, but over time it has grown onto other websites. And I will probably be talking about that in one of the categories. Also, before we get into the categories, I would like to mention that I do have a cold, so if you hear me sniffle a couple of times throughout the video, I apologize. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the categories of the Jumping Dog animated prop. The first category is quality. Now, the Jumping Dog is very, very similar to most other jumping props. I only at this time own this one and the spider, so I don't really know a lot about the other few, like the snake or the jumping bug or the jumping critter. But I do know that he's decent quality. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that he's the best quality prop I've ever seen or anything. But he's about, generally how Tekky has their quality on jumping props. He's just, I'm sure every haunter by now has a jumping spider, and he's very similar to that. But if you don't, I will go ahead and take off the sheet so you guys can see what is underneath all of the black cloth underneath the dog. So as you guys can see, it just has the, general feet and everything. The control box is over here. I know you guys can't really see that very well, but then there's the module holding up the whole dog. And there is a foot pad jack over here, as well as the adapter jack. And I believe you only have to connect one wire, but I don't remember for sure. Then I just put this cloak back down over it, and you can Velcro it into place on all four sides of the feet that keep it stable. Another thing I would like to mention is that you have to, most of the time at least, put some kind of weight on the back foot to keep it from shifting forward a whole lot while it jumps out and whatever. So that's just, a tip. If you want, if you don't want it to move or whatever, then I would suggest putting some kind of weight on the back feet. The head is just entirely pretty hard plastic, as well as the arms, which are posable. You can move them out wherever you want. It's kind of hard to show you on the video, but it looks a lot better in real life. Then he has this collar, which has this little skull on it, which is kind of a nice little touch. He looks very rabid and very beat up. I believe the white on his mouth is supposed to symbolize maybe rabies or something. He has white glowing LED eyes, which I don't generally like light up stuff, or light up eyes on props, but his actually don't look that bad because, and Tekky does this with a lot of things, it actually makes it better in my opinion. They put a kind of clearish globe or plastic piece over the LED to make it look as if it's glowing from the inside, not just two straight LEDs, which is the case with a lot of props. And Tekky does it a little bit better, which I actually like more. That's of course just my opinion, but I actually like that better. Then the back of it's pretty much just, plush material, and then this is all just pretty, I would say decently thick fabric that he's resting on right here before he pops up into action. So overall, I think I'm going to go ahead and give the Jumping Dog 1 full star for quality. The next category is price. So I'm not sure the exact price he retails for. I got him on HomeDepot.com, and I actually got him on their clearance sale for about 18 bucks, which is 100% worth it. But I believe he retails generally more for $70 to $80, which it's not terrible considering he's kind of rare. I guess he's not really that rare because we can still find him on a couple of different sites, but he is no longer on Spirit's website, which makes him I don't know, I'm not really gonna say he's rare because he's not really, but I guess I'm not sure. I wouldn't say he's worth $80. I would say more like 50 probably is a better price for him. But 80 is not way out of proportion or ridiculous or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and give it half a star for price. The next category is animation, or what the prop does. So all you got to do to show you guys what it does, I gotta lift up this black fabric over here, switch to on, and then he has a sensor in front of his face. So I'm gonna show you a side view first of what he does, and then a front view. I'm gonna hold down the back, by the way, so don't get distracted by me, just because I'm trying to keep him from flying off my table here. So let's go ahead and see what he does. Now let's go for a front view. So as you guys can see, he has some really nice, very surprising movement, as do most of the rest of the jumping props, and he's actually going to be probably one of the first things you see in my haunt this year, so most people probably won't be expecting him to pop out like he does. Of course, unless, you know, we have spirit enthusiasts come through, but that's pretty unlikely where I live, as I just live in the middle of Indiana, and, you know, there aren't really a lot of spirit nuts here like me. But anyways, getting back to the point, he definitely has a lot of very scary and surprising movement, and I'm going to give him a full star for animation. The next category is durability. So, as I mentioned previously, you have to put weight on the back foot or have something holding down the front foot. Either way, I think it's better. I mean, either way, it's fine, I think. His durability, he doesn't stay up very well, I gotta say that. His jumping has a lot of motion, and while it does not tip over or fall, and it won't break, it tends to move a lot. If you, it probably jumps forward a lot every time it jumps up, you know? It does, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said probably, but it does jump forward a lot whenever it jumps up. So if you're planning on having this, like, just actively going on Halloween night or whatever, whenever you're planning to use it on a Halloween party or on haunt or whatever, more than likely it's going to end up moving way further out than you would want it to. Like, let's say I had it at one side of the driveway and I had it going all Halloween, it would probably be somewhere near at least the middle of the driveway or whatever by the time it was done. So you're definitely going to want to put some weight on the back feet of it, and I'm going to have to go ahead and sadly give it 0 stars for durability. Now the final category, which to me is probably one of the most important on most props, and that is the creepiness overall of the jumping dog prop. Now, he has a lot of really nice, scary looking detailing in the face, along with the collar. Actually, in my opinion, makes him look a little bit more vicious. Just that type of collar does. I don't know why, but it kind of does to me. And then, of course, his jump up motion, which is sure to scare people half to death if they don't know it's coming. Because when it, you know, at first I kind of like how it doesn't really look as if it's going to jump up. Its eyes just glow and it starts kind of growling, you know. Maybe you just think, okay, this dog's just going to growl at me. It's not going to do anything. Then it pops up and it scares you half to death. I really like the scare on this one. Of course, if you guys don't know, I love jump scares. I know a lot of people think they're cheesy and overdone, and I can kind of, like, I get where they're coming from, but honestly, I still love them, especially some of the classic Tekky jump scares, such as the jumping props, or even Peekaboo Penny. Peekaboo Penny is honestly probably my favorite jump scare prop of all time, maybe even one of my favorite props of all time, but we're here talking about this prop, not Peekaboo Penny. I'm sorry, I got kind of off subject there, but anyway, like I was saying, it has a really nice jump scare. Its sensor is, I would say, it's decently sensitive. I mean, I would say it's pretty sensitive, so that's pretty good too. And yeah, overall, 1 full star definitely for scariness, or I'm sorry, creepiness. Well, did you agree with my review standards? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below if you like this prop or if you own him, or if you would like to get him one day even. Let me know what you thought of this review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned on Morris Manor, where Halloween is in the air. Happy hauntings, guys. Bye.